Brazil and Jamaica on my mind. Like, share, subscribe. Reflections on some interesting footballing situations and events. Brazil 2-0 up. 2-0 up. Asian tour go on to lose 3-2. The first time the Seleção have been defeated by Japan. Carlo Ancelotti has got some decisions to make. Fabrizio Bruno, the Seleção defender, a quality, speedy defender. 2 calamitous mistakes. We can all make mistakes. The question is, with the rich talent of central defenders that Brazil have, Alexandro, Gabriel Magalhães, Marquinhos, to name but 3, there will be some choices that Carlo Ancelotti has to make. I love the way Bruno tried to explain himself. It's easy. You can be a coward if you want to go and criticize Mr. Fabrizio Bruno. But the cold light of day requires the truth to be spoken. Mr. Ancelotti will have a decision to make. Is this a one-off? Will Bruno be a bigger and stronger man for this? Will the team, the Seleção, be a stronger unit as a result of this calamitous folding? This is a team game, however, a team game. And this 2-0 up, 3-2 defeat brought back memories of previous generations of Brazilian Seleção teams. A couple, for example, 2010. When it comes to choices, Carlo Ancelotti, do you remember Elano? Does anyone else remember Elano of Manchester City? Brazilian midfielder, unheralded, you could say, chosen by, wait a minute, it was Dunga, the World Cup winner of 1994, Elano, E-L-A-N-O. Do you know why I remember him after all these years? That man put up a show. He showed heart, soul, endeavor. He shone like a star to this day, 2025. If Elano stayed fit and injury free, he got an injury. He got an injury in 2010. The likes of Ronaldinho were left out by Dunga. We had an ailing Kaka still present. Elano was that player who could have brought glory. The Dutch did for the Seleção, defeating Brazil. My lord, it could have been so different. Elano is the kind of character that we want to elevate a team. Does the Seleção of 2025 going into 2026 have it? Casemiro has it. Bruno Guimarães seems to have it. Does Bruno have it? Does Rodrigo, Vini Jr., do these players have it? Carlo Ancelotti, there is a choice for you to make. I remember 2002, the last time the Seleção Brazil won a World Cup under Big Phil Scolari. Like, share, and subscribe. The Reason Boss. Hey, I'm coming to Jamaica. You don't know. 2002, my lord, in Korea and Japan, Brazil were looking good. However, man, they had to sweat things out. I remember going to a pub to watch Brazil versus Belgium. The likes of Juninho, Gilberto Silva, Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Cafu, Carlos, all of them around, but that midfield had to be sorted out. Juninho Paulista of Middlesbrough, if I'm not mistaken. My lord, he was an essential. Big name, big team. However, my lord, they had to dig themselves out of the mother of all holes. Mr. Big Phil had to make a decision. He had to make a decision. This midfield is not dominating games. What is to be done? Do I stick with the big names? The choice was made. The decision was made. Out went Juninho. Wonderful player. In came. Do you remember who? Kleberson. Like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling where the Reason Boss is coming from. Kleberson, who went on as a result of this outstanding World Cup campaign to represent Man United. He didn't put up trees for United, but my, boy, did Kleberson compliment the likes of Rivaldo, the great Rivaldo, and Gilberto Silva. That was the balance. That was the decision Big Phil had to make. It paid off. Big Carlo Ancelotti, Italian manager, Italian born, representing the Seleção. I believe he has his heart in the right place. He wants the very best for the Seleção. 2 points I'm going to make clear. I think he's ready to make the tough decisions. If you are not part of this team and this squad ready to bring the ruckus and stand up, it's okay to make mistakes. Carlo Ancelotti has been crystal clear. He's experimenting. It's okay to make mistakes and to experience a drop-off like this now, because we don't want that happening at the World Cup. Like, share, and subscribe. Will Bruno be able? Will he be man enough? Will that kind of infectious, mistake-ridden attitude get over it? Make it again, get over it, make it again? In the World Cup, you snooze, you might lose. You can't afford those slip-ups. Literally calamitous, I say. Like, share, and subscribe. Second point, Carlo Ancelotti wants to make space for a Neymar Jr. I've said it, and I'm not taking back no step. Neymar Jr. in a squad of 34, 35, 36 to be pared down come the moment of ultimate selection next year. Carlo Ancelotti wants to see Neymar fit and raring to go, ready to go at his ultimate fitness levels and optimum performance levels. He wants a space for Neymar. Casemiro and Guimaraes, like and subscribe, are not going to cut it alone in that midfield. Paqueta is not going to cut it. Those three, they need support. That midfield needs to be steely against the likes of the Spanish, the French, and all the other 47 odd teams that are going to be lining up for the World Cup. I'm coming to the Reggaeboyz shortly. Like, share, and subscribe, free and easy. Rich Bo Sports, a man in the know, a fan, an armchair fan, a Seleção fan, a Reggaeboyz fan, a football fan. I'm speaking pace and power. Neymar Jr. will be needed by the Seleção. I simply don't trust Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., Gabriel Martinelli. I don't trust them. Rafinha, I don't trust them to be able to get the job done. However, if they want to prove me wrong and prove Carlo Ancelotti right, that they have the right stuff. Dunga had the right stuff. 1994, Mauro Silva, Mazinho had the right stuff. Zinho, unheralded, had the right stuff. Gilberto Silva had the right stuff. I'd love to say Socrates, Falcao, I'd like to say that they had the right stuff. The best team never to win a World Cup, 1982. Salutes! But the question is, will the Seleção have that midfield locked and docked and have that experienced creative genius to pull the strings and bring the flavor, the full flavor of the Rodrigos, the Vini Juniors to come out and pull out the flavor to produce a hexa, a sixth World Cup? That is the big question. That is what Carlo Ancelotti will have to deal with. Like, share, and subscribe. It's on to the Reggaeboyz. I'm going to keep it short, and I'm going to do another program specifically dealing with the Reggaeboyz. In short, the likes of Whisper Richards, the likes of Damian Lowe, the likes of a Casey Palmer, the likes of a Ronaldo Cephas, the likes of a Kahim Dixon, the likes of a Lembekisa, the likes of an Amari Bell, the likes of an Andre Blake are simply and without question good enough to make the World Cup for 2026. Like, share, and subscribe. I've started, I'm going to finish before I'm tugged out of this joint. Let me tell you quick and easy, it's harder for Jamaica not to qualify for the World Cup. They've got to take on the likes of Trinidad and Tobago. Bring it, I say. We want unity. Football, sport, especially team sports, should be enjoyed. It's only a game. It should be enjoyed. Any talk of disunity, isms and schisms, we don't want them kind of something on here, sir. We don't want something like that around here, sir. That not gonna bring the flavor. That not ready. We don't want that. Bonfire upon that. Bonfire upon that. Now take back the talk. One Jamaica. 1998, the last time since the senior men's national team of Jamaica qualified for a World Cup. 2026 should see Jamaica on North American soil, representing and tackling, standing toe to toe, ready to take on the likes of Cape Verde, Uzbekistan, Jordan. Oh God. You couldn't make it up some of the names that have qualified for the World Cup. You can't miss out on this dance. It's too big a dance to miss out on. Decisions have to be made. Will Steve McClaren still be the Reggaeboyz coach? Why not? There's going to be a bun fight for the places for Jamaica's squad come 2026 time. Who's going to make that squad? That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. But as one Jamaica we're moved with, just as I'm saying, one Salazar, who is going to be part of that squad and the squads to come together, united as one in training, on the pitch and off the pitch. Like, share, and subscribe. A done me done. Listen, me not tap back na talk. The Brazilians can make a splash in the World Cup, but Mr. Ancelotti has to make the big decisions. Mr. Steve McClaren and the technical team, the managerial team, will have to make the big decisions as far as Jamaica is concerned, having heard the likes of Lambakisa speak. I am sure and confident of one thing. Jamaica can smell the Dutch pot and the contents, the curry goat, the jerk chicken, the jerk pork, the ital stew. Things are going to go on. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed live, then the rerun. Leave your comment. What do you think? Salazar, ready for go toe-to-toe with the likes of Spain and France? Are Jamaica ready to meet and reach the big dance? But now I said I'm going to get mashed up. Shh, never say nothing like that. Have you got the man enough courage, the desire? If you go 1-0 down, can you come back? Can you come back, Jamaica? Brazil were 2-0 up and lost 3-2. That's not the kind of performance you want to bring into a World Cup. What kind of performance, what kind of man do you want to bring to the World Cup for 2026? Jamaica, Salazar. Managers, Ancelotti and McClaren. You decide. Gone, me gone. Tell you something. Me not ramp.